Positively Profound presents. In this video, we will discuss the concept of the permanence of knowledge and how it can be influenced by various factors. We will also examine different perspectives on knowledge from various faiths. Defining knowledge. Knowledge is essential for human development and progress. It is the information, understanding, or skills acquired through experience or education. There are different types of knowledge, such as empirical, scientific, personal, and spiritual. Factors influencing the permanence of knowledge. The permanence of knowledge can be influenced by various factors. For instance, scientific and mathematical knowledge is often considered more permanent than personal knowledge. The medium of transmission and recording can affect the permanence of knowledge, where written knowledge, such as books or manuscripts, may be considered more permanent than oral knowledge. Additionally, the context of learning and application can affect the permanence of knowledge. Knowledge learned in a way that connects it to personal experience, emotion, and practical application is more likely to be retained and applied over time. Is knowledge permanent? Some perspectives suggest that knowledge can be permanent, while others argue that it is subject to change. For instance, scientific or empirical knowledge can change over time based on new discoveries or evidence. This implies that such knowledge is not always permanent. However, in the Bhagavad Gita, a Hindu scripture, Lord Krishna teaches that true knowledge is imperishable and eternal. This knowledge is referred to as Brahma Vidya, or knowledge of the absolute reality. This implies that, in some contexts, knowledge can be permanent. According to the Quran, the Islamic holy book, Allah is the source of all knowledge, and human knowledge is limited. This implies that knowledge is not permanent but is subject to Allah's will. In Buddhism, knowledge is seen as impermanent and constantly changing. The Buddha taught that all things are in a state of flux, and knowledge is no exception. In Christianity, knowledge is not considered permanent in the sense that it is subject to change and growth over time. The Bible emphasizes the importance of seeking knowledge and wisdom, but also acknowledges the limitations of human knowledge. Is there an absolute knowledge? The concept of absolute knowledge, also known as objective knowledge or certain knowledge, is debated among philosophers and scholars. Some argue that there is such a thing as absolute knowledge, while others believe that all knowledge is subjective and relative. The idea of absolute knowledge suggests that there are certain truths that are universally and objectively true, independent of any particular perspective or context. For example, the laws of mathematics and logic are often considered to be absolute knowledge, as they are not influenced by personal opinions or cultural differences. However, others argue that even these so-called absolute truths are not truly absolute, but are instead constructed by human beings based on their own experiences and perspectives. They may be considered universally true within a particular framework or paradigm, but they are still subject to change and refinement as new information and perspectives emerge. In a nutshell, the concept of absolute knowledge is a topic of ongoing debate and does not have a universally accepted answer. What is Brahma Vidya, or knowledge of the absolute reality? Brahma Vidya is a Sanskrit term that refers to the knowledge of the absolute reality in Hinduism. The term Brahma refers to the ultimate reality or the highest divine principle, and Vidya means knowledge or learning. According to Hindu philosophy, the ultimate reality is beyond the limitations of the material world and can only be understood through spiritual knowledge or realization. Brahma Vidya is considered the highest form of knowledge because it leads to the realization of the ultimate reality or Brahman. In Hindu scriptures such as the Upanishads, Brahma Vidya is described as the knowledge of the self, which is identical with the ultimate reality. Through the practice of meditation, contemplation, and self-inquiry, individuals can attain this knowledge and experience the ultimate reality directly. The knowledge of the absolute reality is believed to be liberating, as it frees individuals from the cycle of birth and death and leads to eternal bliss and enlightenment. Brahma Vidya is therefore considered the most important form of knowledge in Hinduism, as it enables individuals to achieve the ultimate goal of life, which is the realization of the self in the ultimate reality. Implications of the permanence of knowledge. The preservation and sharing of knowledge is essential for the advancement of humanity. However, the challenges of ensuring the accessibility and accuracy of knowledge over time should be taken seriously. As knowledge can evolve and change with new insights and experiences, it is important to remain open to new perspectives and ideas. In conclusion, the permanence of knowledge is a complex topic that is influenced by several factors. While some types of knowledge may be considered more permanent than others, it is essential to recognize that knowledge can change over time. The preservation and sharing of knowledge, along with a willingness to remain open to new ideas, can help ensure the advancement of humanity. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. Please show your appreciation by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. This will motivate us to create more videos like this. Please leave your comments and questions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Also, make sure to check out our other videos. We appreciate you taking the time to watch and learn from our content. Thanks for watching.